Yu Peng has pulled another frame back, and he only trails now by 6 frames to 4.
Second Crucible century for CAO then, and on a roll. He took the next as well to move now within one of Day's lead at 5-6. So frame 12, in we go. Day 16 points ahead in this one.
Wow, well, thought that maybe first couple of shots in this frame that he's getting himself together, but hit that to the far jaw and it stayed there. Any reaction? Nothing.
Turning into a bit of a disaster session for Ryan Day, losing the first 3 frames, and he wouldn't be the first one to suffer a disaster at 10 o'clock here at the Crucibles. But Ryan, as I know him so well, he's an early morning lad. He takes the children to school and goes to his practice quite early. Some other players are known for getting up dinner time.
Foul.
Oh, we've seen it all now.
Ryan Day, 4.
Yeah, and went straight over the top of that. And you can see the shot again. The jump season finishes today.
One.
I think if you're playing 9-ball pool, you're allowed to do this. Not at snooker.
You're allowed to do a lot of things in 9-ball pool. Oh, it's better. Good split. Black's available.
7.
Yeah, and he really must take full advantage of this. No messing around here.
Yeah, sure.
Because this is his chance
8.
to get something from the first 4 frames of the day. And you won't get a better opportunity than this. His opponent just miscued, so he's on the back foot. Zebo Ryan has got to drive the point home.
Good point, but is he playing well enough to do it? Or is he feeling well enough to do it? In my opinion, you always play out there as well as you feel, and if he must be feeling rough at the moment and feeling things are not going for him, he's missing chances. But if he doesn't make a break, this will hurt him, because
16.
That's what his strong suit is, and that's what he relies on heavily to beat his opponents. So he's got the chance.
$23. $24.
Oh, despite the blue being away from its spot, he's perfectly on it with the angle to move down the table. Well, the red in the middle, it looks like. Unless you can find a little gap there.
29.
No, the gap's not quite on. That wasn't a good shot that he's just played. You feel that cue ball had to go a little bit further to play on that red down into the bottom right pocket. It's going to go into a colour here.
30.
And from being perfect a few shots ago down by the black spot, he's left himself another difficult shot now, but he's a tall lad. It'd be handy if you can reach this Ball here to play the green, but he's stretching a bit. Much easier if you don't have to use the rest. But he hasn't looked comfortable even in this effort. He looks as if, you know, something could go wrong at any time, but break goes on to 30.
Well, no, you're right, because he was really in amongst them more than once. He broke down, got perfectly on the blue, and 2 shots later, as you say, he's now got a difficult shot. Not so much the pot, but he's got to just avoid going into the yellow and the blue, which are fairly close together. How does he do it? Does he play the stun around? Or can he just run it through and get to the left of the brown? Well, he's played that second of the 2 shots. It gives him something to go at. Again, he'd like to be closer to a red.
33. Sure.
But he's good enough to put something like this at mid-range. Still work to do in this frame. He might be 53-0 in front. So in many ways, if he did miss, it would be a crushing blow to lose a frame like this. So he needs to keep going. Very good. Now that's the best shot he's hit all day. That should give him confidence.
Should win him the frame. Just what he needed, really. Get the belief back. That was a test in red, as Neil mentioned. In the circumstances, if he was flying, you'd thought that all the time, but he's not flying, and it looked as if things were going to go wrong there. He lost position 2 or 3 times, and tell you something that tests your resolve out there.
41.
Play that one well.
48.
Oh, he's come to that crucial time now, the next few shots.
49.
Played for the black, but knew he'd have the pink in the centre as well. Very well done. He's gone through a really rough period in this break with losing position. You can see he looked a bit edgy, even on the easiest of shots.
55.
And the pressure gets to you out there. He's lost the last 3 frames to some good play from Yu Peng.
56.
So
63.
that miscue from Yu Peng looks to have cost him this frame, but he'd be quite pleased to win 3 out of the 4 frames, keep himself well in the match now.
70.
As if Brian Day had lost
71.
this frame, it would have been a disastrous session for him, and his interval would have been really tough.
$78. 79.
Well, it's starting to flow now. In a way, you'll probably wish the interval doesn't come, because
86.
this is a good spell of cueing. And as Terry said, he really does get some work on the ball. He does hit the ball nicely.
Yes, his highest break's been 35 in this session, which is very, very low for Brian Day.
And you certainly feel that when he hits the ball aggressively,
92.
he's so much better as a player.
94.
It's in the mind, it's not in the CAO action.
No, but there's some kind of a link, isn't there? And you see someone hitting the ball as well as Ryan can. Bit of
97.
someone like Sean Murphy in there who hits the ball aggressively all the time and gets a lot of work out of it. That is a lovely century break, Terry, isn't it? It's much more like it. Good session.
106.
Both players have had a century this morning.
Yes, there's been the big breaks and the mistakes, so I mean it all adds to the mix of things. If they're potting them all the time, it gets a bit boring. Played a double on the black, got eaten off, but it doesn't matter. An excellent 112 from Ryan Day puts his first frame on the board in this session, and he leads 7 frames to 5.
And that, in fact, was the 38th Crucible ton of this year's championship. So 38 centuries so far, and we're only just a couple of days into the second round, so that really is very, very good going. And the target that we're chasing, which I think few people think we can match, really, is 83, the year that John Higgins won his second world title in 2009. Although there were quite a few last year as well. If you look at that